Welcome to the Portal Podcast on In Tune by Britt, your gateway to energy, abundance, and next level freedom. I'm Britt, and here we merge spiritual alignment with practical systems so you can expand your impact, your intuition, and your income. So take a deep breath, tune in, and let's step through the portal together. Welcome back to the Portal Podcast and this Future You Challenge, this 5-day series. And I'm so excited to be here with you on day 3. And today is all about taking your vision and turning it into a sacred expression. And so if you haven't already, I'll leave the link below. Drop your email and we have a chat, and I'll send you the questions and journal prompts, and you'll get reminders for the other days. So on day 1, we really talked about moving into more of a creator and looking at ways we're being called to shift, to create more. And then we really created a relationship, a deeper knowing and connection on day 2 to this future version of you, the highest self, the highest version of you that you're moving into. And now we're really going to ground it into what does that look like for you in the form of expression, and how you're showing up, who you're being, and how you're expressing who you are to the world. So we're going to start off with a really grounded question that you can ask yourself right now. And feel free to close your eyes, maybe place your hand on your heart, take a couple breaths. And I want you to breathe into, how does the future version of you express yourself? Express herself. What does that look like? So today I'm wearing some red lipstick. If you're watching the video version, it can start with subtleties. When you see that vision of you and you connected to her, oftentimes we can have physical representations of what that looks like. So I want you to connect. And after this episode, or quickly right now, you can just write down, how are you expressing yourself? Because manifestation, yes, it starts in meditation. Yes, it starts inwardly, but through the expression, through using your voice, your throat chakra, and really thinking about and being conscious of, what are you wanting to promote? What are you wanting to share? Through having more visibility and being seen and heard in a higher capacity, in a way that's maybe on the edge of what feels comfortable or is extremely uncomfortable for this next version of you, and also what's moving through you. So really allowing yourself to be this divine channel for source expression, for allowing yourself to express what is really lighting you up right now, what is on your heart, what feels really important to express and teach and share. And I'm going to get into getting more clarity on what that is, or what your current expression wants to move into. But there are so many different ways that we can express ourselves. And one of my favorite ways is through social media. So I know social media has so much darkness. It can be a lot of distraction. But one of my favorite quotes is, the same fire that cooks your food can burn down your house. And it's just this example and this symbolism of something that can be distracting you, or be wasting a lot of your time, or be negative, or have a lot of confusion in the world, can also be something that literally pays your bills and allows you to get paid to exist, allows you to make connections all over the world, allows you to not only spread your message or teach your classes or have the transformation that you're maybe already giving to certain clients in your area, or as a therapist, with your clients, or whatever that looks like for you, to broaden it out and to reach people all over the world and not be confined by the location that you're in, not be confined really by anything. And for me, sharing my expression on social media allows me to find people like you, and people that are really uniquely resonating with your unique expression, my unique expression. And that's one of the coolest things I think about social media, is it allows us to find people that resonate, and it allows us to give and receive through those different connections. And I've met some of my favorite people in the world, some of my best friends, some of my favorite clients, and just most incredible connections through social media over the years. So I'm going to talk more today about using social media to really find your dream connections, your soulmates all over the world who resonate with your transmission. And I'm going to talk about what that looks like and how exactly I've been sharing and teaching my clients to share so that not only can you express yourself and this future version of yourself before you're ready, before you feel like she's here, to then manifest yourself to her and to be fully living in this future version of yourself. But also a big part of this is creating something that people can receive. So if you don't already have an offer or a service, creating one. And if you already have an offer or service, looking at, okay, how does this want to evolve and become more of an offer, service, or creation that is aligned with the future version of myself? So I am continuing to evolve and grow. So what I fully believe is that creation in all forms comes through a transformation. So whether it is a song or a piece of art or an offer, a course, something that you create to help others, it comes through a transformation. It allows people to experience a transformation, to experience themselves in a new way. And so when you're able to really look at what is the transformation that I have received, that I have experienced, and or what is the transformation that I help and allow clients and people around me to experience? And how can I help more and more people experience a transformation that I've experienced or that I help others with? That is really where you can dive deep and connect clearly into, okay, this is my expression. This is a form of expression that not only is so transformational and exciting for myself and allows me to continue to connect to the future version of myself, but also is a way to do that for other people and be of service and really spread what's inside of you out into the world to maybe it's just your family or your friends or your community, and continue to expand out into reaching people all over the world through social media and really continuing to build a platform and a personal brand in a way where you can express yourself more freely and in bigger ways to allow people to experience the transformation that you allow, that you offer. And so, one of my clients, she really got clarity through going deep with the inner Kundalini work, through clearing out her old subconscious beliefs, through aligning her energy. And she's a fitness instructor, but what she found she was being most pulled to step into as the future version of her. And it doesn't mean that she's burning her whole fitness business to the ground, but it does mean that she's taking steps in this direction, is to help people to understand how to hire a service dog and to train a service dog for people specifically that have had a trauma. So she has an incredible story, my client, where she had an accident that caused a brain injury and she needed a service animal. And she really was able to train and find a service animal, go through training and understand how to make working with a service dog really help her and heal her and support her with her disability to really be able to thrive. And she figured out that this is what she wants to talk about every day. This is what she could talk about for hours. This is what strangers on the street are coming up to her and asking her questions about. This is how she's attracting so many people, having people refer other people to come to her. And so now she's really creating a brand around it. She's creating an offer where she can hand something over to someone and someone can get all the steps A to Z without it taking up an hour, 2 hours, 5, 10, 20 hours of her time, and they can implement and receive all of her support, all of her guidance, everything that she learned, all her do's and do nots, and really be able to experience what she has and the beautiful, miraculous benefits that she's been able to experience. And so this is just an example of what this can look like. And I know there's a lot of healers in the community. There's a lot of you who are breathwork instructors or want to become one, Kundalini meditation instructors, yoga teachers, therapists, NLP practitioners. We have so many fitness instructors and, did I say hypnotherapist? Yeah, like everything in the wellness, spirituality realm. And so it's finding like what you care deeply about and what you're able to then help the most people with in a really specific way. So I have some questions for you. And then, like I said, if you put your email in there and you're in our group, you'll be getting all these as well. But you can just start to think about this right now, and writing it down will really help ground it into your reality. But you really want to get clear on what is the transformation that my future self is called to guide others through. And maybe it's what you're already doing, but just in a bigger or slightly different way to, make it feel better for you and make it feel better for the people that you help. Now refine it. I want you to refine it. Before this transformation, people often feel, or I felt, right? And then after this transformation, people often experience, and you can always come back to how did you experience it and what did you experience for yourself? And then what is the emotional and energetic center of your message? Like, what is that core of I want people, for the example I talked about, I want people who have experienced a traumatic injury to know that there is hope and they can still operate and thrive in a new, beautiful way that's better than ever before. And I want them to feel that hope and I want them to feel that thriving energy that I feel, right? So tapping into what is that core energy, the why, and the emotion behind this transformation. Okay, so how does this transformation actually now unfold? Okay, so we want to make it real. We want to ground it in reality. And so there's stages, right? So this is what I teach to my mastermind clients, and we go really deep with it. But really, you want to have stages and you want to be really clear because what I find is a lot of this work that we do is very felt, very energetic, very emotional. It's really something that you experience, but we want to be able to put it into words. We want to be able to put it into steps so that people's mind can understand, okay, this is what this person does. This is what her story is. This is how I could actually take the steps that she took and experience what she experienced that I want for myself. So spelling it out and really making it really clear. And I have an exact formula for this, but to get it started, you really want to just write out like, what are the stages? Are there 3 stages? Are there 4 stages? You want to write out the stages and you want to articulate the person that's ready to take action, that's ready to go, not the person that wants to get started a year from now or 2 years from now. The person that's ready to go, what is the first stage that you're going to take them through? What is the first step? And then the next step and the next step, okay? You want to get clear on what those steps are, and that will become your unique method, right? Or your proprietary technology, the way that you're able to support people. And this is such a beautiful form of really getting more clear on your expression and being able to articulate it into the world. So really getting clear on this is the journey. This is the journey that I take. This is the journey that I want to take someone through. This is how I want them to feel. These are the phases, just like a movie or just like a song, right? You're taking people on this journey through this beautiful transformation, through these different phases to experience and be felt and understand more deeply. And when you're able to articulate yourself, who you are, what you do, and how people can work with you or how you share your light, then that's when people are really going to be able to connect with you and fully understand how they can do it with you and be able to jump in and make it happen and start to really be a part of your world and experience the transformation with you. So oftentimes, maybe the person that you are speaking to or the types of people that you are surrounding yourself with or working with might be looking a little different as you're starting to tap into being more of a creator and as you're stepping more into this future version of yourself. So that's completely normal. It's totally okay. And it's typically part of the process. So I really want you to think about now as we move one step forward here, this future version of you. Who is she speaking to? What type of people is she helping with this transformation? And really looking at, okay, what type of ways are they interacting in conversations, in expression? And if they were right in front of you, what would you be speaking to them about? How would you be speaking to them? Oftentimes, just slight tweaks and more deeper, clearer understanding of this will change everything. It could be the difference between, having an offer that nobody's buying or a service that nobody's buying and something that is just selling off the shelves and in such high demand. So for this year and for this challenge and really stepping into this future version of yourself this year, I want you to look at, okay, who am I speaking to this year? Like, who are the friends that I want to have? What conversations are we having? Who are the clients that I want to have? What are the conversations that we're having? Sometimes you may think that you're talking to the person that you want to talk to, but you actually are talking to an old version of you's person that you wanted to talk to or that you were talking to previously. So as we're like making these big shifts into this future version, it's nice to reevaluate it and just take a minute to look at, okay, let's talk about clients here. I want you to write down, what is she ready for? What is she struggling with or needing support on, having challenges with? What does she deeply desire? And this is who you're going to be speaking to as you create your content. This is who you're going to be channeling messages for and allowing the divine to come through you for. So you're really going to be allowing yourself to connect deeper to the future version of you and who she's talking to you. So even if you're helping somebody that's maybe, 5 steps behind you because you've already figured out these 5 things, you still want to know like who she is, what she's struggling with, what she needs, what her desires are so that you can speak to that version. And this makes it really clear on how you want to show up and what you want your divine expression to be. So when we talk about social media, no matter what type of light worker you are, no matter what your unique expression is, we can all use social media to allow ourselves to be fully expressed and to express ourselves to more and more people. The cool thing about what's happening with social media right now is it is easier than ever to get started, and it's easier than ever to reach more people faster than it has literally ever been on the planet. We have such a unique, special opportunity to express ourselves to more people than we ever have before. And that's really what this age of Aquarius is, and this age of innovation and technology increasing. So we really want to flow with it versus resist it and really use it to benefit us, use it to express ourselves and to execute our missions in the world. We've been watching Star Search with my daughters, and there was like this funny duo. They didn't get the best rating, but they were roommates, comedian roommates during COVID, and they started just creating funny songs and did like funny skits on social media about like hand sanitizer and such. And they blew up and started making all these funny videos together, created a brand around themselves. It's called Good Cop, Rad Cop. So a little shout out to them. But they're now on Star Search, and they're just 2 funny dudes that were creating funny videos and making people laugh and sharing their unique expression with the world. So we can really do this no matter what we're doing, and we can really use it to get paid to exist, get paid to do what we love, and really create community and create this energy of being of service to more and more people. So I want you to get excited about the possibility, clear out anything from the past that has made you feel like this wasn't possible for you. And if you need support on that, check out my Kundalini resources below. But really, just because something has been happening for you or happened in the past or wasn't working for you before does not mean that that has to be what the future you experiences. And such an exciting time full of such possibility, especially as we move into the year of the fire horse here, but really any time with everything with technology increasing and moving forward, we're able to use it for our own divine expression and really allowing spirit to flow through you, allowing your mess and any transformation that you've had to become your message, to allow yourself to be this divine channel for source energy to speak and to share in a way that uplifts others and allows others to feel better and experience more hope, more joy, more abundance. And that is what I'm so excited about for all of us. So tomorrow we're going to tap into more ways that you can specifically use social media in my aligned marketing method and how you can actually create or refine an existing offer or service, how you can really start to bring in money and abundance through your service or expand your revenue and your profits this year as this new next future version of yourself. And we'll continue to dive in with tomorrow, day 4 and day 5 of this challenge. So before we go, I just want you to close your eyes. I want you to breathe. You can do breath of fire if you're familiar, or you can just do long, deep breathing in and out of your nose. And I want you to ask yourself as you tune in to your body, as you tune into your most relaxed state where your nervous system is regulated and calm and relaxed. And I want you to ask yourself, where does the divine move through me most naturally? And I want you to feel into what that is for you. Is it speaking, dancing, writing, making videos? Is it shorter, spontaneous transmissions? Is it writing and scripting things out and then sharing it later? Is it writing long form? Is it speaking like this on a podcast? Is it being in person live with people? What is that for you? Is it video on Zoom? What does that mean to you to fully allow the divine to channel through you most freely, most easily, most in sync with your gifts? And I want you to write my most aligned expression channel is. Write that down, okay? And then you can start to pair it with what that looks like. If you're a writer, highly recommend getting over on Substack or doing carousels on Instagram. If you like speaking, I highly recommend a podcast or YouTube videos or reels and talking reels on Instagram. Okay. So really looking at what is your most aligned, authentic expression, and then how can you connect that to one of the beautiful ways that we have right now with technology to use it. And like I said, we're going to dive deeper into this tomorrow and the exact step-by-step that you can use to bring this to life. So this is a proven system that I've not only taught and helped thousands of other people to do, but also that I've used to build my multi-7-figure business that I've had for almost 9 years and that I've been able to continue to grow and sustain through the changes in technology, through really honing in on my divine expression and the future version of myself, divine expression, to really manifest that and to continue to speed things up with my manifestations. So by tapping into this most aligned way to express yourself, this is the way to avoid burnout. This is the way to get in your flow and then create a system around it to really hold your manifestations. So make sure to check out the journal prompts. I'm going to have all these questions and a few more listed out. So take a couple minutes, some time today to just write this out, get clear on this, come into our Telegram channel, chat, ask me any questions after this episode, and make sure to come back tomorrow to continue to build on really expressing yourself fully and in bigger ways, and how this can actually look for you grounded and manifested in reality. Thank you so much for being here and listening and being a part of this. And I'll see you tomorrow for day 4 of the Future You series. Sat Nam. Thank you for stepping through the portal with me today. If you loved this episode, I would so appreciate you leaving a review and email it to podcast@intunebybritt.com to grab my free spiritual CEO guide, ChatGPT prompts for content and daily schedules and checklists, and my morning ritual checklist to help you to stay aligned and in flow. Come back for the next episode and let's keep rising, expanding, and flowing together through the portal. Sat Nam, lots of love.